Hey kids, this is Aaron from the podcast that wouldn't die, and Kevin and I use Zencastr. You think you're better than us, that you're using something else? You're wrong. Zencastr's the place to be. Who are you to deny it?
It's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencastr. Log in using your browser and start recording a high-quality podcast right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use our code DIEHARD and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. We want you to have the same experiences we do for all our podcasting and content needs. It's time for you to share your story.
Only a fool will give up a chance for a 30% discount.
All you people are so scared of me. But it ain't me you gotta worry about now.
Whatever it is, it got Zeke and it nearly got me.
They seem to stick to darkness, so if we stick to daylight, we should be all right.
Welcome to the latest episode of the podcast that wouldn't die. I'm your host, Kevin. With me, as always, is Aaron.
What's up?
This week, we're discussing the Vin Diesel classic, Pitch Black, starring Vin Diesel. And actually, a shocking number of people that I actually recognized that are also in this movie. Kind of crazy.
It is
Keith David.
It's Aussie-tacular.
It is absolutely Aussie-tacular. But you got Keith David. You got Cole Hauser. If you watch Yellowstone, he's Rip.
Now
Hey,
you know I don't watch that shit.
God damn it. It's a very popular show. Ronna Mitchell.
Our parents watch it.
Go ahead. No, there's like 3 Americans and then a variety of Australians doing some variation of Australian or American accent or somewhere in between. Is basically what you get.
They're
a
doing
lot of.
their best. But the Aussie is strong.
They're doing their damnedest, is all I could say. Sweet Jesus. Each week on the podcast that wouldn't die, we discuss guilty pleasures and forgotten classics of the horror and sci-fi genres with a comedic twist. Aaron, here's where I normally ask you what's the latest. I'm going to tell you what's the latest.
Let's go.
I had to take my dogs in to get groomed this morning before school. I was going to drop
This
them
sounds
off on
like
my way to
white
work.
people problems.
This is big time white people problems. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to run in the morning. I'm just going to get up and go, grab the dogs, throw them in the car, drive them there. My mistake
Because they
was,
have like 5 a.m. dog grooming.
it's like 7 a.m.
This isn't one of those stories like where you left the car seat and now at 4 o'clock in the afternoon you realize they're still in the back of the car, are they? Are you now dogless?
If only. If only. So my mistake was I fed them and then put them in the car. So if you've ever driven anywhere with your dogs, they're jumping in your lap. I'm trying to drive down the street, right? As 2 dogs are jumping on me. Now they're not like gigantic bull mastiffs
Because you
or something.
don't have crates? I put the
No.
cats in a crate.
No.
What?
Well, cats are different than dogs. Cats, you got to put them in there, or they're ripping stuff up. They're scratching you. Ah! It's like a horror movie.
A horror movie.
These dogs are jumping in my lap, and halfway to the groomer, which is PetSmart, I'm like, "What is that smell?" And I look over there, look over the passenger seat. There's a huge mountain of dog shit. And I'm like, I almost get into a collision because I swerved like it was like a horror movie. Again, like I poured something on myself. I'm swerving and I go,
What's wrong with your animals? Do they often? Oh my god!
I can't explain it. So
Oh my
I'm
god!
like, now I'm holding the one that I know did the deed while I'm trying to drive, and the other dog is still climbing on me. So I'm holding him, going, no, I don't want you to dig around in your own shit. So I'm holding him. We get there to the groomers, and I take the dogs, put the dogs out. And again, I'm driving to school after this. So I step out.
Mr. D, you smell like dog shit.
I step out, and there is dog shit all over my pants.
Ah!
All over my pants. So I walk in there, and I'm like, groomers, here they are. They were kind enough not to reference the fact that I'm dipped in shit.
Oh.
Thankfully. I drop the dog off and I go, is there a bathroom I can use? They're all, yeah, just down the hall. So I go in there and I try to like clean it off. And I'm like, oh, no.
You're calling in. You're
This-
calling in, bro.
I did not.
No.
I wasn't that. I had a little time, but I had to run home, change my pants, clean up
Take
as
a
much of the shit
shovel.
as I could.
Take all the dog shit. Remind me, is this the minivan? So I know where to sit next time.
No, this is the Prius. This is the
Oh,
Prius.
Jesus.
So I cleaned up as best I could. I changed my pants. I'm like, okay. And on the way home, I stopped by the auto detailers and I'm like, just take my credit card. Whatever it costs, it's a bargain at twice the price. So they do that. They're cleaning my car. I go home, I start making dinner. And then I noticed something I did not notice at all today. A big lump of poo was on my arm.
It has been on your arm all day and you didn't smell it or notice it? It didn't flake off?
It wasn't.
What is the matter with
It
you?
wasn't a lump. I misspoke, but it was like a smear. It
You
was
have a
smear
shit
of
tumor on your arm
I did.
and no one said a word.
I did. I was like, at first I'm like, because again, keep in mind, I just finished preparing dinner before I noticed the poo smear on my arm.
You, but one fell into the stew.
Because I made a
Oh.
point to wash my hands when I got to school, thankfully, but I didn't do the full surgical clean because I didn't anticipate a lump. Anyway, that was my morning. Aaron, how was yours, by the way?
You know, it's awesome. I can't even remember. Did we talk since I went to my music festival? I can't even remember.
Yes. We
All right, well, then
always
I
hear
got
about
nothing.
That was
I
it?
can't even remember the last time I saw you. Basically, we had a 3-day weekend that involved me having cocktails at least twice. Oh, I saw the new Tom Cruise.
What'd you think?
And 1.5 Mai Tais, and I think it was during the 4th or 5th hour that I fell asleep.
Shut up.
I woke up and I was so confused because 1 minute he's under the ice and then he's lifted up and suddenly they're fighting in World War I ace planes. I thought it was Snoopy versus the Red Baron.
Did you
I'm
sleep for
like-
an hour? What did you do?
I fell asleep more than once because one, I really didn't give a shit.
Oh,
So
shit.
I was there to support others, and she was 2 rows over, so she didn't even know I was curled up in a blanket, snorkeling away. But
So
it was-
it might have been good. It might have been bad. Who
No.
knows?
it was too fucking long, and there was too much nonsense.
Fair.
How many? I think 6 hours of him and that dude flying World War I planes,
By the
jumping
way,
around, crashing.
let me stop
At
you.
one point, he looked like Mo Howard the way the wind was hitting him.
Do you know who the other guy is?
It's that guy from the show. He was in a show I used to watch.
If that show is La Bamba, then yes, that is Isai
No.
Morales, who played Bob, the abusive half brother
But
of Richie
I know him
Valens.
from somewhere else. I
That's
mean,
insane.
clearly.
No, you do not know
No,
him from anything.
what?
No.
Where's
Isai
my goddamn
Morales.
phone? I mean, La Bamba came out in the 80s.
Yes.
So he must have done something since then.
Nothing you have watched, I promise you.
You're a liar. I'm
He
looking
said
this shit up.
he famously
How do you
said
spell his name?
Isai, Esai Morales.
That's the first one that pops up. No, he's been in shit that I have seen. So don't even lie to me. Don't
Okay.
even lie to me with your bullshit.
It's not the first
Ah.
or the last. That was Isai Morales. He's a
Do
national
you think
treasure.
I saw? Here's my mistake. This is when I learned not to go to movies. I went to see that, and every little high schooler girl was there screaming the whole time. I was like, oh,
La Bamba?
yes. When I saw
Why?
La Bamba,
Because they love Lou Diamond?
yes, he was hot shit.
Oh, shit. Okay. Fair enough. I didn't know he died at the end. That's how young I was. I was like, wow, what happened? He's dead now?
Dude, he was in an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
He was in one episode of Curb, and you think that's where you know him from. You are out of your
I'm
GD
looking.
mind. Let's spend 20 minutes
He
on
was
this.
in Criminal Minds.
One
But I
episode?
don't think Beyond Borders. I'm not familiar with that.
Okay. This is good pod.
I can't. He was in Mozart in the Jungle, but I never saw that. From Dusk to Dawn, the series Criminal Minds, 6 episodes.
6 episodes.
Maybe I saw that. He was on that short-lived show Teachers.
Don't say things that you're unfamiliar with. By the way,
I'm still scrolling.
I'm going to tell you as a friend.
One episode.
I'm going to tell you as a friend, Aaron, the least interesting part of our podcast is when you're scrolling and I have to vamp. I want you to know this.
He was on NYPD Blue for 66 episodes.
Do you remember that?
I never watched that show.
100%. and he's not Jimmy Smits, okay? So don't mix him up, you
Jimmy
racist.
Smith.
Are we done? Can we move on with our lives?
Speaking of Jimmy Smits, he was in our movie, though.
Which movie?
The other movie. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else.
What are you talking about? Anyway, good Lord. Let's reel it back in, Aaron. Why don't you give us your 30-second synopsis of what's the movie? Who knows? Pitch Black.
I just want to tell you that I used to think the Chronicles of Riddick was better. But now on rewatch, I think I like this better.
I saw Chronicles of Riddick exactly once about 20 years ago, and I never bothered to go back. And then I didn't watch the third in the sequel. By then, I was like, I'm out, Vin. Enough's enough. Anyway, but go ahead.
So basically, here we go. Ship crashes. Half the people are dead. They were knocked off course. They're on an angry planet, and we got the escaped prisoner on board. So here's the shit. The sun's always up, but deep in the center of the earth are monsters that'll gobble you up, and they wait for the one time when there's what's that called? When it goes pitch black, an eclipse. And then they're all free to do their damage. So they must be very tidy animals that don't require a lot of food. So basically, and they all look like some hammerhead versus alien. So they're kind of scary. So anyway, Vin Diesel, because he's hot, so he can't be all bad. So they finally need him. And honestly, even at the end, he wasn't that supportive until he got the hots for the one girl. And then she died anyway. So, the end. There's a part 2 and a part 3.
There is. It's funny because, so he did this movie, and this was the first movie I ever saw him in.
He was great, and he looked great. He was a hot potato.
So he did this, and then a few years later, he did Fast and the Furious, the first one. And he was
I'm not sure I ever saw that.
He's Mr. I don't do sequels kind of thing. So he did not appear in Fast and the Furious 2, Too Fast, Too Furious. But he made a deal with the movie studio. He said, I will do a cameo in Tokyo Drift, the third Fast and the Furious movie, if you give me the rights to the Riddick character. And let me make mine. So he bet on himself.
Honestly, that sounds like a smart move.
In retrospect, not a smart move. What he should have said is, give me the rights to Fast and the Furious, and maybe I'll do some Riddick shit for you later. It's what he should have said in retrospect.
I mean, at the time when the Chronicles of Riddick came out, dude, that was big. I really liked it.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Speaking as someone who loves the Fast and the Furious movies, I run kind of lukewarm on Vin Diesel in general. Honestly, is that blasphemy?
Interesting. I think it's blasphemy that you're preaching about loving the Fast and the Furious.
I think they're okay. Let me say this. Starting with Fast 5. When The Rock joins the cast.
Starting with number 5.
Yes.
I mean, it sounds like you're an insane person talking jibba jabba.
I'm just telling you, when The Rock joins it, it gets a lot more fun. Because The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is a lot more fun than Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel is just kind of like...
Yeah, he's a Mr. Serious.
Right.
He's not a knee slapper.
He's not a knee slapper. So, but even when The Rock is playing a heavy, where he's tough and serious, there's still kind of an undercurrent of fun to it. Whereas
Right.
Vin, not so much. Now, that being said, he's great in this one. He is great in Pitch Black. So
He's
there you
great
go.
in Pitch Black. I decided I liked it better because it's quieter. There's a lot of shit going on in the Chronicles of Riddick. There's 1,000 actors, 1,000
Right.
different kinds of special effects. So there's something to be said about the original.
Well, because the original, which I saw in the theaters, I saw it cold, not knowing Vin Diesel, just knowing there's monsters that come out on a distant planet when the sun goes down. Basically, that's all.
As
I knew
one
about.
does.
As one does. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm kind of in on this. And again, when Vin is doing his thing, I can appreciate it. I can appreciate it. So this was that kind of Vin thing that I like, I guess. I don't know. Who's to say? But I saw, a few years later, I saw Triple X, which was what Vin chose to do when he wasn't doing Fast and the Furious. It's lousy. It's lousy. It's Vin in a fur coat. The problem with Vin, honestly,
He's
is that-
Macklemore?
he is 100%. Problem with Vin is he takes himself too seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he arrives, he thinks he thought he was the shit from the first day he appeared on set for his first movie when he was in Saving Private Ryan or whatever. He thought he was a star back then. So that's kind of the thing. It's like I appreciate dudes who can be more self-deprecating and kind of laugh at themselves, and he ain't doing that. So
Right.
that being what it is. So
What's he doing these days anyway? He did the Expendables, didn't he?
He did not do the Expendables. What? He did not. No, I'm trying to think what he, obviously he's got the 3 Riddick movies, including Pitch Black. He's got 10 Fast and the Furious movies, but he's only really in 8 of them. He's in 8 of the Fast and the Furious, and he has a cameo in 1 more. And I'm trying to think what else he did. Did the Triple X movie, but again, didn't do the second one. Came back into the 3rd one because that's what it's like. Okay, I still got to pay the bills as well. He's Groot. He's Groot in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Shut your mouth.
You knew that, didn't you know? Everybody knows that.
I never knew that.
Really? Did you know Bradley Cooper is Rocket Raccoon?
I didn't know that either.
Jesus Christ!
I just watched those. I didn't delve into them. They were very amusing. I knew the whatever, the Star-Lord or whatever is the dude
Pratt
from Parks and Rec.
Right. We could talk about this for 20 minutes, but literally the casting of that movie is so interesting because James Gunn did not want to hire Chris Pratt because he was the fat guy on Parks and Rec. He was the jolly fat
he's
dude.
Perfect. He's
great.
Perfect.
He's great.
He's perfect for that role.
No question. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Why don't we jump right in? We're 45 minutes into the podcast. Why don't we jump right into the highlights of Pitch Black, Aaron? What do you got?
Boom. I just wanted to point out that in the future, all spacecrafts are falling down dirty, filthy, rusty hulks. That is what TV has taught us.
Did you call them space craps, by the way?
Let's call it a spacecraft, as a matter of fact. Oh my God, I literally took no notes. The best part, I would say, is his silver crazy eyes with his crazy sunglasses. I really thought that was awesome. And when he looks through at the special effects, the way he sees, because in the story, he got his eyeballs polished so he could see in the dark.
What did they say that he got them glazed or he got them glimmered or glamored or he did something? Because
he did not say glimmered or glamored.
He was
anywhere
in
this film.
He was in prison where people, I guess, dudes would come up behind you and do stuff in the darkness. So he was like, luckily there was like a prison doctor who was there. He was like, oh, I'll take care of that for you for a pack of
polished it or something. I thought it was because to be a good thief.
No, he talks about it. He was like, I did it when I was in prison so I could see people coming at me in the dark, is what he says. All sorts of good stuff. But that's the thing. It's like, oftentimes when you watch a movie like this and you meet the quote unquote the bad guy in these situations, it's usually presented as kind of like, well, he's just really misunderstood, right? He's the thief with the heart of gold. He's the international assassin with a code. That's not Riddick at all. Over the course of the movie, we learn he's basically a bad dude.
He is a bad dude.
Right?
He is a bad dude. But basically, they were going to turn him in, so he needs to get the hell out of there. And the rest of the crew is literally no help. Basically, most of the crew is dead, and you have a lot of just tourists. It's just like an airplane has crashed, and now the pilots are dead. So you just have the people and then the killer, and the people are getting knocked off by the monsters left and right.
Well, and that's the thing. Can I throw a hot take at you? I thought the monsters looked like shit. How about that?
I think with most of these monsters, less is more.
Yes. 100%.
Less is always, yeah. I mean, it looked fine to me. The little hammerhead thing was like comping his head. The fact that you could just grab them by their handles. But I mean,
only
I guess
if you're Vin. Only if you're Vin Diesel.
I was gonna say, I don't know. Like, so now I'm holding him by the head and it's snapping at me. How long do I gotta hold this motherfucker?
They have hands. They can grab you while you're holding.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm like, and then what? And then what? After they rip all the flesh off my arm, should I just go ahead and lay down again like I would for the zombies?
Well, it's like if you're fighting like a tiger or something, and you're holding like it by the throat to keep it from biting you. It still has two claws that it's just ripping you apart.
And we should point out that every living thing on this planet wants to eat you. So while this is effing with you, there's also a bunch of flying bird meat eaters that are
those are the
come
babies.
And strip you.
Those are the babies of. You didn't realize? Did you watch this movie? Those are the young pitch black monsters.
How come the old pitch black monsters can't fly?
I don't know. I didn't write the movie. I didn't write it.
And then they're all eating each other on top of everything else.
Which kind of makes sense, because it's like you'd have to, in the wild, okay, Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom, there's a kind of a symbiosis that occurs, right? It's like there's a limited number of predators that exist in an area, because if there's too many, then they eat all the prey animals and then they starve. Right?
So the whole planet can only eat these 6 people, and then they go crawl back into the hole and reproduce. And then
it doesn't make a
what
whole
if there are no people there during the next eclipse?
Right. That's an excellent question.
It wasn't like they were asleep down in the craters. They were still running around doing God knows what.
Well, they found like dinosaur, I don't know if they're a dinosaur, but gigantic bones.
Right.
Of a gigantic creatures that had been there and were now gone forever because they were all eaten. Like, again, it seems like the only thing that's alive on this planet are these
the monsters.
Are the monsters.
The
so I guess they
things.
eat each other? Is that because there is that scene when they're kind of doing their thing, where the people are trying to get to the spaceship to escape, where they're kind of killing each other in the sky. So I guess they can fly. They all fly, Aaron.
That big one, I didn't see any goddamn wings. He flaps his hammerhead.
They flap. Here's the issue. The goddamn thing were clearly like an Alien ripoff, but they were done in that period in the early 2000s where the CGI just wasn't good enough yet, right? So if you got a good long look at them, they look like cartoons. Honestly.
I gotta tell you, it didn't bother me at all. I didn't notice any of that. I was thinking they looked kind of cool.
It bothered me. Right here.
Well, I don't have the 12K. I have a 10-year-old TV that has no height. It's low def.
It's low def.
So maybe you can spin the dial so you don't need to see the pores.
It's just def. Is really what
it's
it is.
It's Mo def. There we go.
It's most def. No question. So who do we meet on the ship? There's like 4 kind of Muslims who are doing their pilgrimage to New Mecca. Right,
New Mecca. You have the Imam and I don't know what you would call it, disciples or something.
3 like young boys. They're all like look like they're about 13 or 14 years old. And you watch this and you're like, they're not going to kill those kids, are they?
Oh yes, they are. Straight off the bat, bang.
It was like, where did little Ali go to? Oh, he dead now. Sorry.
Prince Ali, not so mighty is he.
And then it's like there's two Australian, I guess they said they're minors, just trying to fill up the group. They're dead like early. One dude falls, like climbs in a hole and he gets eaten. The other chick stands up in an alien like flying bat swarm and gets torn in half.
Yep.
So they're gone.
Then you have the pain in the ass dude who has like a sarcophagus. The Egyptians are full of liquor, and he's basically just sitting on top of the spaceship drinking wine while everybody else is doing. So you knew he was gone.
He was dead, 100%. So really, a lot of these guys are just kind of like whatever. You're just cannon fodder. But you've got Riddick, who's like a criminal who's been captured, and a guy you think is a cop, but he's really a bounty hunter. And
who's also a drug addict.
That's the reveal, that he's a drug addict. Now he says, I do drugs and I inject them into my eyeball.
Oh God!
Because Riddick shanked him however long ago in the sweet spot and broke the blade off in there, and it's still in there today. So now he just lives with pain. So that's why he's an addict.
But didn't we discover that that's not true? That he's just a bounty hunter.
He's not a cop. He's not a cop.
Right.
He is
Didn't
a bounty
we just
hunter.
discover that he's just in it for the money? But in the end, they have to free Riddick because he's Slick Rick, and he is going to escape and eventually kill you unless you get him to come to your side. Because they can't sit around and guard him.
Correct. But they also say he's worth more alive. That's why he didn't just kill him and drag the body around. If he brings him in alive, then he gets more money. So it's not all altruistic. Like there's this reveal.
Yeah. It went from we don't know what happened to you, and then 2 minutes later he's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna jerk him around. And but meanwhile, all the women love him, including the one who we don't realize is a woman.
That was, oh God. Okay, I've seen it in multiple movies where they take a youngish woman and give her a short haircut, put a baseball cap on her, and be like, "Oh, you were a little boy," to try to trick us, and it never works. It never works for me.
I will tell you, I think that's a real thing, though, because even in Game of Thrones, we see that. Because as a single woman, it would not maybe be safe to travel.
Well, I don't know.
On your
There's
own.
a reason why, because it's revealed.
Because she said it would for her own protection.
Okay, fair enough. But of course, Vin Diesel, who's not the most sensitive guy in the world, he says like the aliens can smell blood, and she's bleeding over here, and then it's a big reveal. Oh no, it was me. I'm an 18-year-old
I'm
woman.
menstruating.
I'm having my special time of the month. So thanks, Vin, for embarrassing me in front of all these strangers.
That's right. Don't talk about my period.
But I mean, why have
She could have
this
nicked
character?
her leg shaving.
She could have, but she did not. It's a sad.
She's going to
situation.
attract the sharks.
Well, and we didn't even talk about the person we think is the captain of the ship, but is not the captain. She's like the docking pilot or whatever, because the captain got killed. The whole thing with the reason why the ship crashes is, I guess, that we went through a meteor shower. They kind of make some comment, kind of a throwaway. Oh yeah.
No
meteor
real
shower.
explanation, except they are completely not where they're supposed to be, and they're entering the atmosphere, and the ship's going to burn up, and there's asteroids, and this and that, and something else.
So as they're crash landing, she has to make a decision whether or not to save the ship. She'll just jettison, a lot of the passengers who are in cryo sleep or whatever the hell it is.
Hey, if you're going to get jettisoned, that's the way to do it.
That's the time to do it, 100%. So she's contemplating, and whoever, the other did, the first mate, Gilligan, whatever he is, he's like, don't do it, you can't do it. and you think that she's not going to do it, but then she does, but there's a malfunction or something. So she's not
Well,
able
I mean-
to eject them. Go ahead.
I don't mean to be cutthroat, but if it's all of us are gonna die, or just y'all,
100%.
jettison.
Well,
Jettison.
she even says, I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah,
if you got a better idea, Right.
Flush them away.
100%. So and that comes back like she's, because the co-pilot or whatever he is gets skewered, and as he's dying says, don't pull that handle. So it's like this, everyone hears it going, what does that mean? I would have said he means don't pull this thing out of his chest. That's how I would have covered it, but that was just me.
I mean, in the end, they didn't really actually seem to care that much.
No. Well, the one dude who you think is the good guy, Cole Hauser, is
Right.
like, hey, so what was that all about? Oh, okay.
I was saying, your
no
fucking
biggie.
business.
You shut your trap, is what he
Shut your pie hole.
100%. So
I'm the captain.
it's Captain Phillips, 100%. So the reveal is this planet is like a desert, right? It's like constantly baked by the sun, but they
By
reveal
the three sons.
by the three suns. So the sun never goes down, except once every 22 years. Then it goes into total eclipse for however long. They don't really say how long the eclipse lasts, but that's what all
and
the critters
magically,
fall
that day is the next day.
out. They arrive just in time, 100%.
Just in time for the party where they find, this whole place set up. It makes water, there's shade, it's all great. Funny, wonder what happened to all those people. They would just abandon everything like that.
Bum, bum, bum. It's a question. What were they? I mean, they say that they're miners. What could they possibly be mining on this planet? Never discussed.
They don't discuss it, but in the future, all these movies are mining ships.
Well, and in the future, every planet's a desert planet as well, right?
This
is Dune, right? This is Tatooine. It's like every planet
it's
has one
Total
climate,
Recall.
right?
Yeah,
100%.
and that climate is always hot and dusty.
It's not a great climate, if we're being honest.
This is the future that Elon Musk has in store for us. He and Jeff
Thanks,
Bezos.
Elon. Right.
Thanks again.
So the sun goes down, the creatures come out, start eating up the people. They're like, okay, well, we'll steal the batteries from our crashed ship, bring it to this rescue ship that was all prepped and ready to go, but didn't have the batteries. Isn't that convenient? But they drop like flies in kind of stupid ways, like, somebody runs off and disconnects some things, and then all the lights go out, and then chomp chomp.
Long conversations. You're like, really? You f***ers, stay together. Just go.
Right.
Vin Diesel's dragging all the shit through the soft sand, which really seems like a stupid idea. It's the sand. You'd want like a sled. You don't want to fill the engines up with dirt, right? Is it just me? So
Well,
no cardboard or something. You want to make a sled like snow.
I feel it's best.
We are desert dwellers. We understand.
This is how we do it. What you want to do is have your batteries and just smash them against the rocks as you drag them.
Over and over.
Right. Hey, these aren't working
Fill with
anymore.
sand and body parts, and then throw them against rocks.
100%. Now there's a grand reveal where the evil dude, whose name I cannot remember, basically starts conspiring with Vin and says, hey, we should murder the pilot and drag her bloody body behind us so that the creatures will get at her, and then we'll be able to get to the ship safely. How's that sound?
It's true. What if you just had chunks of her and you just throw them out from time to time?
Just chum it, basically, right?
Where are those kids at when you need them?
100%. 100%. Sweet Jesus. Multiple times, Vin seems to abandon the rest of the group, right?
100%. She literally has to catch him. He's firing up the engines to go. He's like, hey, come with me, cutie pie. And she's
Yes.
like, nah. She's like, nah. She finally convinces him to go back, and then she gets eaten by the monster.
Which, I got to be honest, it was confusing to me when I first saw this, because they didn't dwell on it. He gets kind of messed up by the aliens,
Right.
and she runs back and is helping him up. And then you hear like a schnicked or some kind of squelch sound.
Yes.
When I saw this in the theater, I thought Vin Diesel had stabbed her.
Oh.
I thought he had stabbed her to have her be the bait so he could get to the ship. Because they don't really show what happens. You just see them snuggling
I
together.
thought there was you hear the shriek of the creature.
What you hear some kind of, like, she got stuck from something. And then you see her get kind of yanked back by a creature and disappear.
Right.
And Vin says, "You wouldn't sacrifice yourself for me," or some comment like that. "Not for me." Watching it now, I think it's clear we're meant to think that the monster just grabs her
Right.
at the last minute. But I'm telling you, when I first saw it, I thought Vin was being a total asshole.
You're like, what a dick.
I was like, that's
Then
Jack.
he felt bad, so he went to go save the Amon.
Right. He saves Keith David and the girl, who I have no idea how old the girl is supposed to be. She could be 18. She could be 25. Unclear. But then they get off the planet together. And I guess, and I haven't seen the Chronicles of Riddick in at least 25 years. I don't know. I think it leads right into Chronicles of Riddick. Like the end of Pitch Black goes right into Chronicles of Riddick, if I'm remembering correctly.
God, it's been so long.
I don't remember.
I've seen the Chronicles of Riddick more than once, and I think on the second viewing, it looked a little dated. But that does not a guarantee make. But yeah, I can't remember.
Because we talked about this. What's good about this movie is it's very self-contained, right? There really isn't a lot of focus on how it's the future and shit's different in the future. There's a spaceship.
They're just
here.
happening in the moment.
Correct.
It's all about the moment, which is nice. It's very clean because that's going to be the opposite of Riddick. Riddick, you got 1,000 people, you got a civil war, you got fake Geiger crazy costumes, people be glowing, there's all kinds of fucking shit.
It is. He was trying to create his Star Wars, basically, right? And instead he got Space 1999. Wars, it's a sad situation. Any last thoughts for Pitch Black, Aaron? What you got?
I said I don't have any other thoughts. In my memory, he wasn't such a dick. Like, even at the end, he's like, nah, I'm out of here. You all. Why are you sacrificing yourself? Nah, let's just go.
He was the devil.
Take care of yourself.
He was the devil. When she chases him down, and she's got the homies holed up in a cave with the monsters coming, he's like, just leave them. Two of us will go, just take my hand. And the two of us can leave right now.
Yeah.
He was the devil in that moment.
Yeah.
He absolutely was. And this is not the beginning of the movie, right? The hero's journey where he has it. This is like the last 10 minutes of the movie. He's still like, let's go.
Last 10 minutes, he didn't melt his cold, cold heart. They're off in the keg pulling gummy worms off the walls and stuffing them into mason jars and trying to fight off the hammerhead sharks that are Shark Boy and Lava Girl are battling. I mean, it was crazy. I did think they kind of lost it with the gummy worms on the wall.
Well, I didn't make this connection, but in the research I did, the little gummy worms are the same creatures as the hammerheads. These are just like the larval stage.
How many fucking stages do these sons of a bitches have?
Right. This is what somebody said on Wikipedia. So take it with a grain of salt.
They got to be alien, right? So they're alien that landed on this planet and decimated it because there's literally nothing else alive on this planet but these creatures.
Right. And they look just like the aliens from Alien.
Those are black.
These are black too. What are you talking about?
No, they're like a silver.
What?
They're like silver gray.
You're out of your goddamn mind. Anyway,
maybe because maybe I'm looking through Riddick's eyes, but to me, I thought they were silver.
In Riddick's eyes, they look different. In Riddick's crazy eyes, but so does everything. These
No,
goddamn things.
this was Geiger Light. It didn't have all the twists and turns of
They weren't as
Alien.
good. They weren't as good, and that's the thing. It's like the original Alien was like 1979, all done practically. Dynamite, right? Looking good.
Dude, it created such that Geiger's work in that was such a disturbing, crazy look. I used to read Omni magazine,
Of course.
which is a sci-fi magazine produced by Bob Guccione,
Yep.
and Geiger did, like, I swear to you, almost every cover, and it was so disturbing.
Right.
And
It's weird
intricate.
eroticism.
Weird.
And,
It's sex, it's aliens, it's
all
death,
swirled together. There's tentacles
with
and
lots
shit.
of tubes and tentacles. Yes,
It's like no.
it
thanks.
is a nightmare of the future in your dirty, broken down ship.
But what I'm trying true. What I'm trying to say is that the aliens looked like living, breathing creatures in that 1979 movie.
They were
Whereas
drooling.
this was 20 years later with the benefit of computer graphics, and they looked like crapola. They looked like cartoons.
I argue. I just watched it, and
As did I.
and I don't think they look like crap. I thought they looked good.
They look. Let me say it this way. It did not ruin the movie for me. But when they gave us a good long look at them, which happened like 2 or 3 times over the course of the movie, it did not help. That's all I'm saying.
Really,
All I'm
less
saying.
is more. Even in
Less is more.
Alien,
I
they
agree.
only show you bits and pieces, and that's
100%.
better.
It's 100% better. Shall we go behind the scenes?
Let's go.
Let's see. The hot desert where they filmed was actually about 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So there you
Well, I would hope they were not filming when it was 140 degrees. It was sweater weather
Well, and they would spray them with water to
to make it look
appear
like they were
as
sweating.
100%. 100%. Riddick was originally supposed to die in this movie. But the cast and crew, and particularly Vin Diesel, thought he was a cool character, so they changed it so that he would live at the end. So there you go.
I agree with that. I mean, I could go either way. I'd have to see what the plan was.
The contacts that Vin Diesel wore were a prototype, and after the first day of filming, they could not remove them. So they had to drive to have a optometrist flown in from the nearest town 3 hours away to help him with his eyeballs. Good grief.
What the And then he popped them in the next day?
Popped them right back in. Well, usually he's wearing like goggles.
Yeah.
So it makes it easy.
Oh my God, can you imagine? It's
What a
like those
nightmare.
TikTok video where they pull the lady's eye back and they're fishing out 20 fucking contacts. Oh,
What a nightmare.
I'll send you some.
Please don't. Vin Diesel actually performed the shoulder dislocation stunt, but he did not really have his hands handcuffed. So he just kind of put his arms behind his back and did kind of this thing. Oh, my arms! I dislocated them. So he didn't
Okay,
really
well, it looks a
dislocate them.
Audience members, you're not seeing Kevin trying to perform
It's
that.
not easy.
Vin Diesel performed it a little bit better. His arms were
right.
tight together all the way.
The character of Riddick was a woman in early rough drafts of the script. How about that?
Could be.
Let's see. Breakthrough film role for Vin Diesel, although not his first. As I said,
What was
in a
he in
few
before
things.
this?
He was in Saving Private Ryan, among other things.
Oh yeah, I never saw that.
Yeah. Let's see. There's some other good stuff here. If I can
Is
find
there?
it.
Are you looking that up?
I think I find it out of this where I scroll through for 20 minutes. There's a whole thing where at the end of the movie, Vin Diesel objected to the fact that what's her name, Rhoda Mitchell, the pilot of the ship, was able to knock him down and kind of.
A woman could knock me down.
He basically said that. He said that. He said like, I find it hard to believe that she would be able to knock down a big strong guy like me. So they had to
Mother-
totally. They had to have him kind of be distracted by something. Like, here's a noise, so he looks, and then she kind of knocks him down.
How about if she took a wrench and just smacked him in the fucking head with it? How about that?
Why not? 100%. I agree.
Would that work? Oh my god, he sounds super douchey. I'm very sad.
Cole,
He's still kind of sassy in his douchey ways.
Cole Hauser could see Vin Diesel while reciting his dialogue, but his character couldn't. He was worried that audiences would think he was stupid. So
And audiences did.
absolutely.
Everybody hated him. They hated him more than Vin Diesel, actually.
It's a sad situation. Let's see. I think that's everything. That's a bunch of nonsense. Anyway, let's look at the cast and crew, shall we?
Let's go.
Let's see. This was directed by David Toohey. You know him from, let's see, he wrote Riddick. He wrote Perfect Getaway. What are these? Chronicles of Riddick, he wrote.
Fever
Imposter, Below. G.I. Jane, he wrote the screenplay. Let's look at a director, what he's done as a director. Yeah, same shit. The Arrival, Pitch Black, Below, Chronicles of Riddick. So he's basically just a Riddick guy, evidently.
It's just a nom de plume of Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel? Well, Vin Diesel's a nom de plume.
What's Vin Diesel's real name? I don't even know.
He grew up thinking his name was Mark Vincent, which is why it's Vin Diesel. But he discovered I think it was either his real father's name or his stepfather's name was actually Sinclair. So his real name is Mark Sinclair.
Oh.
So there
Okay.
you go.
It's not as rock and roll as Vin Diesel, that's for sure.
It's absolutely not.
But it's a fine name.
Rhoda Mitchell played Carolyn, the pilot. She's actually been in quite a few things. She was known for Silent Hill in 2006. It's a movie
I played
based
the
on a video
game, but I didn't watch the movie.
Pitch Black. She was in Rogue in 2007. She was in the Denzel Washington movie Man on Fire in 2004. What else? I didn't know when I've seen her in other things, I didn't know she was Australian because her American accent's actually pretty good. This movie is a little questionable. Cole Hauser played William J. Johns, which isn't a real name.
What a terrible name.
You know him for Too Fast, Too Furious in 2003, shockingly enough.
He's a stranger to me. He
was in Dazed and Confused in 1993. He was in Good Will Hunting in 1997. He is in 53 episodes of Yellowstone.
So he's a stranger to me.
You didn't watch Good Will Hunting or Dazed and Confused?
I did not watch Good Will Hunting. I feel like I must have watched Dazed and Confused, but I have no memory of it if I did. So maybe I didn't.
Vin Diesel played Richard B. Riddick. You know him from such things as Guardians of the Galaxy in 2014.
That might be his most triumphant role since you told me that. I am Groot.
The Fast and the Furious in 2001. Triple X in 2002. Furious 7, 2015. If you go through his stuff, it's either Fast and Furious or crap. Is basically like stuff you've never heard of, are the two things you get from Vin Diesel. Let's see. Keith David.
Because he's not really acting. He's just kind of, he
thing.
plays that role.
100%.
The brooding dude who has to kick ass.
I agree.
Hard to do a lot with that. Doesn't make you very flexible.
He ain't Shakespeare, that's for sure. But what he does it reasonably well, I would say. Keith David played the Imam.
We saw him recently or something.
I love Keith David so much. He is amazing to me. There was a thing where they gave John Carpenter a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and Keith David and Kurt Russell were reunited.
Oh.
Give each other hugs and how you doing? I brought a lone tear to my eye.
Okay,
And-
but you're not answering my question. How do I know him?
Well, let me tell you. He was in The Princess and the Frog as a
No.
voice, Dr. Facilier. He was Frank in They Live in 1988.
Okay.
He was General Kimsey in Armageddon in 1998.
Did I
And
see
he
that?
was Childs in The Thing in 1982.
Dude,
Any
he
of
was
those
in
do it for you?
everything.
He was in every. He's in 3 episodes of Abbott Elementary, if you've watched that lately.
I think I watched a few episodes of the first season.
Okay, fair enough. He's a national treasure. I think that's everybody. Is there anybody else you want to know about from this movie?
Nah.
That'll get the job done. Why don't we check out the ratings, shall we?
Let's go.
Pitch Black currently has on Rotten Tomatoes 59% rotten. Do you know what?
I don't understand this lies.
Do you know what the audience gave it?
72?
77.
Ooh.
How about that?
Yeah.
Let's look at the top critics. Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian says, David Tuohy's film undoubtedly has something interesting about it, and that something can be summarized in 2 words. Vin Diesel.
Yeah. I mean, he is the most interesting thing about this planet.
No question. So that was a positive review. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times says, how sad it is that humans travel countless light years away from Earth only to find themselves inhabiting the same tired generic conventions. 2 out of 4. Wah, wah.
I do like how in the future, if you're a bad guy, you're also somewhat like a superhero. Like, how did he ever get caught where he can just disappear and reappear and doesn't make sounds and can hide on top of a skeleton? And I mean,
Right, it never seems that bothered
He's-
by anything.
he's like a demigod or something. I don't understand.
100%.
But in the future, all criminals will be demigods on their dirty, rusty ships.
It seems like it, doesn't it? Let's talk to our resident critic in-house. Yes, I am talking about Stepford Rex Reed.
Yay!
So, AI Rex Reed, what do you got to say? He says, Pitch Black is a dimly lit monster mash where Vin Diesel squints, snarls, and somehow outacts the script, which feels like it was scrabbled on the back of a flashlight battery.
The back of a flashlight battery.
They can't all be winners, but thanks for the effort there, Stepford Rex Reed. Aaron,
Stepford Rex Reed, yes.
what is your rating for Pitch Black?
I think it's still highly entertaining. This is the movie really that brought Vin Diesel to all our ladies' attention.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't find a heart of gold really until the very end. And I'm not so sure. I think he just feels a little guilty. It's not that he's had a change of heart. Like that chick sacrificed herself for him. So now he owes this duty. It's not like, I'm going to commit to being a Franciscan monk and I'm giving away everything. I'm going to have a vow of poverty and I will only do good works. None of that happened.
No, not even close.
Not even close.
Well,
So
it's kind of like... Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, it's like we're used to those kind of scoundrel types, your Han Solos, who seem like they're reluctant, but you know deep down they're good people. That's
not our boy.
No.
He's not a scoundrel. He's a bad guy. I'll give it to you. He's a bad guy.
He is.
He's still a bad guy.
Yep.
So I'm going to give this bad guy, Sassy Vin Diesel, 3.5 out of 5. Whoop, whoop.
I am right there with you. I think it's a 3.5 movie. There are things I like a lot about it. There are things that I'm kind of, okay. It's all right, I guess. I remember watching it in the theater, and I wasn't that impressed. I thought it was okay. when I
I
saw it
thought
in
it
the
was
theater.
slow the first time I saw it, but
Yeah.
now looking back at it, I didn't get that same impression.
No, it's something to watch. It's something to watch. It wasn't bad. Look, I watched it and I had a good time. I think there were times where I noticed my hand reaching for my phone. There were definitely those moments, but overall, I think it is a good movie. Not great, but it's pretty good. So there you go.
Entertaining.
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 100%. 100%.
It is very
So,
stressful when you're getting sucked into the holes with the snappy snap people. So,
well, and I think it's a good idea when you see somebody get sucked down a hole and killed, crawl back down that hole with them. I think that's always the
100%.
best.
I'll go get him.
No,
I'll go get him.
I ain't doing
ridiculous.
that. I ain't doing that. So, anyway, any last thoughts before we move on with our lives, Aaron?
I say check it out. I think it's entertaining. Why not?
Fair enough. Why not indeed? So, thank you very much. Go to our pages across the internet. We're on Threads. We're on Blue Sky. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. You could be watching us on YouTube at this very moment.
I don't know how at this very moment. I'm
Well,
not sure unless you've hacked into our system.
Anything's possible. It's Elon's America.
Are we streaming live on Twitch? Maybe we've forgotten people.
Anything's possible. You can also email us at the podcast that wouldn't die at Gmail. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere the finer podcasts are available. So don't forget to like, share, rate, and review. Won't you?
Won't you please?
Aaron, what is your social media situation?
I'm all over all the shit, but the only thing I look at is Instagram. I am the cult of Aaron. Join the cult. And I have artwork on Artsy and First Dibs. Buy something, please.
Boom shakalaka.
You can buy a picture of Kevin on it.
You should. They're good ones. Woohoo! What else was I going to say? Oh, we like to include our friends' thoughts and feelings across the social media landscape. Aaron, what do you got for us? Anything? Anything at all?
I do. I have some people. Let's see here. Some of our fans from TikTok, because they're the only people who talk to us now. I had posted some teasers about Godzilla -1. I just I'd find a scene, like a still, and I'd crop out the monsters, and there'd be like ocean or a boat with something next to it. And honest to God, Richard Roberts nailed it. Godzilla -1. Jabbernathi, Godzilla -1. Absolutely. And someone wrote, because we had mentioned, we were discussing Bohemian Rhapsody versus the Elton John biopic.
Yes.
And someone wrote, because we were discussing Ray, and we weren't sure if Jamie Foxx did the singing, but Digital Buddha NCSU said yes, he did do the singing for it. So there you have it.
There you go. There you
Still
go.
not as good as the Elton John biopic, which was amazing.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Anything else?
That's it. That's all you get. You better come up with better content if you want better content, better comments.
It's a sad, sad situation. No, I actually have a couple that I could share on Blue Sky and Threads.
Blue Sky? It's not just a black hole that you yell down into. Someone yells back.
Occasionally you get an echo. There's an echo in here.
Let's go. Let's hear. What do your fans say?
I will share it in a future episode. How about that? Because I don't feel like scrolling for 20 minutes.
Son of a biscuit.
So next week we're discussing the horror crime American Giallo, The Eyes of Laura Mars, starring Faye Dunaway, Tommy Lee Jones. There's actually a bunch of actors.
Dude,
yes.
Everyone in Jesus is in this mofo.
It's kind of crazy. People walk by like, hey, I recognize them. Raul Julia is in this.
Oh, I miss Raul Julia. He was the best Gomez.
He was the best Gomez. He's credited as RJ in this for some reason. If you look at the credits,
Dude, he was trying out
RJ.
some new sounds.
he was mixing it up. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's a national treasure. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
How do you watch The Eyes of Laura Mars? This is important. Nowhere free.
Nah, bastard.
Nowhere free. I had
I
to
had to pay on the Prime.
pay on the Prime, but it was like a cheaper. It was like slightly less. It was like $3.79
Yeah.
instead of $3.99.
Yeah. Thanks, Jeff Bezos, for charging me for something that used to be free and then pretending you've given me a 30-cent discount.
That's what he do. That's what he do. So send in your favorite scenes, favorite quotes, comments, and questions about The Eyes of Laura Mars, and we may talk about it on the show. So thank you very much, and be well.
Good day, children.